Booking is currently 1 a.m. and I have started what I believe to be labor. I've been having these contractions for a couple hours now, but they were kind of far apart and not as intense. Now they're definitely picking up. They're less than 3 minutes apart. And they went from lasting about 25-30 seconds to lasting a minute long and over a minute. So I'm gonna go to the hospital. Right now, I don't know. I was trying to wait it out. It's from like the hour of 12 to 1. I've been tracking my contractions. I have Steven's phone here. I've been tracking them to see how close they are. I had a couple that were less than a minute apart, lasting a minute long. So I think it's time to go. It is June 19th. Well, now it is the 20th. It's 1 in the morning. Oh, hold on. It's 1 in the morning, so it is now June 20th. My due date was yesterday, June 19th. So today I am 40 weeks in 1 day. I guess I'm going to get dressed, and I'm waiting on my sister. She's gonna come over. Shh. I still have a kid woke, and I don't know why. We was hanging out for Juneteenth and went to the park and everything late, so she took a late nap, I guess. Now she's hanging out. Okay. These contractions are less than a minute apart. I'm gonna try to talk through this one. So yeah, I'm gonna get dressed and we're gonna head up there once my sister gets here. She's gonna sit with the girls or take them back to her place, depending on what they say when I get to the hospital, if they're gonna admit me or not. But I know for sure this is definitely what labor feels like. So we're gonna get going. I'm gonna get dressed. Okay, I am now dressed. Just waiting for my sister to get here so she can sit with Serenity and Ava. Nothing's changed. It's been about 20 minutes. They're still lasting a minute, and they're going between a minute and 2 minutes apart. Okay, so yeah, the contractions are still pretty consistent. They're getting way more intense. They're actually starting to hurt. So I'm just waiting on my sister, and then we'll be on our way to the hospital. These contractions are reminding me of what labor is like, and I'm scared for that part, but I am very excited and ready to get there and ready to do this. So it's like a nervous, excited, a happy, scared, whatever. But I'm gonna bring you along. Okay, my sister is here. She's taking them with her, so her and Steven are just getting them loaded up into her car. These contractions are picking up. They're not getting any closer. They're just getting more painful. So we're headed to the hospital. It's 1:45. Oh, and yeah, I'll keep bringing you along if I remember, because I forgot what this pain feels like. These contractions. Braxton Hicks ain't got nothing on labor contractions. I'll bring it along. Okay, so it is much later. It's like 5:10, and I've been here hooked up to the monitor since maybe 2, I'd say 2 o'clock. And, hold on, contraction. Oh, they getting horrible. Let me see if you can see it on the thing. Okay, zoom in. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, I forgot what I was saying. So I've been back in the room hooked up to the monitor since maybe 2 o'clock. And for some reason, it's hard for them to check and see if I'm dilated any. They keep saying, like, your cervix is way back. So it's really probably been like 4 or 5 people, I don't even know, who had to come and check. And at 2 o'clock, after 3 people did it, like back to back, they all decided or agreed that I was still 1 centimeter, which I was at my doctor's appointment on Thursday, and today is, what's today? Monday. So, yeah, they all said, like, okay, I still feel like 1 centimeter. And then, so that was at 2 o'clock, and it's after 5 now. They've, like, my contractions, they feel like full-blown contractions now. They're really getting bad. But the thing is, they're not super close. They're probably about 5 minutes apart or something, but they're super strong, super intense. So they just came and checked again, and they were like, they said between 4 and 5, because it's still hard for them to really get like a good feel, I guess. But they definitely said about 4 or 5 centimeters, and my water broke, or is breaking because it's just still happening. So they just said they're gonna admit us and get us over to like the actual laboring room, because I'm still just in the triage room. So yeah, things are finally moving. And I actually slept a little bit for about an hour maybe, because the contractions were close and consistent, but they were super tolerable. So I slept through some of them, and now they're not close at all, but super painful. But I'm feeling better because I know that I'm dilating and I'm not just sitting here going through all this for nothing. Because at first they were like, it doesn't seem like labor and like you're about to have a baby now and all this stuff. So I really thought we was gonna get sent home. And I was just thinking, how if I'm contracting so much and all this? So I feel better. But I'm ready to be done with this because these contractions hurt so bad and these cervical checks are killing me. I'm not even crying from the contractions, but these cervical checks, I don't know what it is this time. But they said it's just in a difficult spot, but it's killing me. So I'm ready to be done. It's 5:12 or 5:13. And I guess we're about to move over to the other room pretty soon. Okay. The lighting isn't too great in here. It is now 6:05 a.m. We have moved to the birthing suite, so things are getting started. And I have my IV that is in. And I'm super happy they didn't put it in an awkward spot, because last time it was like, I don't even know, but it was weird. I couldn't move my arm. It was so awkward. So I'm glad this time I'm able to bend and I don't even feel it. I don't know what that is. So yeah, things have been pretty good. like I said, contractions are getting horrible, but they're like every I would say 5 to 7 minutes apart. I don't know. I don't know why they're not close at all. About 5 to 7 minutes apart, but the intensity is real. Like I would rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, about an 8 or 9. It's getting there. But my water has broken on its own, and I'm 5 centimeters. They haven't checked in about an hour. Hold on, I contracted. Anyway, they're getting very real. But I'm about maybe 5 or 6 centimeters. Last time they checked was an hour ago. So they're going to have to check again. But they're getting the paperwork and stuff ready for the epidural, because who can have this baby with no epidural? It will not be me. I'll tell you that much. It won't be me. I had an epidural with both my kids. And it just made life so much easier. Like, and I do applaud the women who go natural. Honestly, I feel like I could do it because I have like a high tolerance for pain. So the contractions I'm able to breathe through, and like the contractions don't make me cry or nothing like that. They haven't been that bad. But actually pushing a kid out with no epidural, I don't want to try that. I don't want to experience that. I don't want nothing about that. So yeah, they're getting the stuff ready for the epidural, the paperwork and everything else. I don't remember exactly. I believe you have to be about 6 centimeters, 5 or 6 centimeters. They told me I was pretty much there, close or whatever. I just had to get this IV, which I got now. So she's getting the paperwork ready, and hopefully that's the next thing, because if it is, then this will be a breeze, because it's gonna kick in and I won't feel anything. Probably can take a nap, wake up, and it's time to push, which is what I hope this is about to be. So now I'm just waiting and waiting. Steven has a more comfortable chair. The last room we were in, it was just like I don't even know what kind of chair. Folding chair. Folding chairs. But at least he got a little footrest now. But it's been cold in both these rooms. It's been freezing cold. Steven going through all the cabinets trying to find a blanket. It's something. Something to keep him warm. But it honestly has not been that bad. And it seemed like time is flying. We got here probably at 2 o'clock, right after 2 o'clock. And it's already 6:10. So this ain't been that bad. And I will check in when, or maybe after I get that epidural, I'll check back in. Okay, so now it is, what time is it? Is that 8 or 7? 7:50. 7:50, okay. I got the epidural probably a little after 7. And it's not fully kicked in, but it's definitely, I don't feel the contraction as much. I still feel the tightening, but not the whole contraction. So it's definitely helping and working. So when it fully kick in, that's when they're gonna do another cervical check to see where we're at and if we're ready to start pushing or not. But they just told us to try to get some rest, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Get some sleep, because now the contractions are more than tolerable, so I can sleep through them until this epidural kicks all the way in. So yeah, I'll check back in whenever. Okay, so here's an update. It is 12:40 p.m. After I got the epidural, I fell asleep. And they wanted me to fall asleep because I was only like 5 centimeters, so we still had a while to go. So they was like, try to get some rest or whatever. So we went to sleep. And then about 10 o'clock, they came in. I got the epidural maybe like at 7 or something. So about 10 o'clock, she came in, checked me, and I thought it was like, gonna be time. Ow. I thought it was just gonna be time to push and let's get this going. But that was only 7 centimeters. That was at 10. Oof. See, it's weird because I have the epidural, but I still feel these contractions. And it don't hurt, it's just, I don't know, it's like a, I don't know. I don't know. What was I saying? So yeah, that was about 10 o'clock. I was 7 centimeters and, still got some time to go. So she left and I fell back asleep again. Now it's 12:40. She came back, checked me, and, excuse me, I am still at 7. So she gave me some Pitocin, which is like the induction medicine they give just to get contractions going, because I was only having like one contraction every 10 minutes. And she was like, sometimes an epidural could relax you so much that, you stop contracting, labor stops or whatever. So this is just to get contractions going and get them closer together. And they're picking up because now they're about once every 5 minutes. So yeah, I got that going. She just gave it to me, and then she said she'll wait about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. And if she needs to, she'll give me another dose of the Pitocin. Yeah, and then she gave me some more of the, what is it called? Epidural medicine. Because I told her, like, I can still feel everything, I guess. I don't know. This epidural has been very weak this time around. With both of my girls, I couldn't feel nothing from like my stomach down, and that's what I preferred. I don't want to feel anything. This time it's like my stomach, or when they first gave it to me, I couldn't feel a single contraction, but I still felt my legs. They were still tingling and stuff. And now I don't know if it's lifting or what, but I'm starting to feel these contractions again. So I'm just worrying, like, so that does that mean I'm gonna feel him coming out because I can feel my legs and stuff? Because I don't want that, not at all. And she was like, well, every epidural is different. Every woman, every body is different, and this and that. The epidural is supposed to just like numb the stomach so you don't feel the contractions. I'm like, I've never heard of that, because it's always numbed everything, my stomach and down. So that's pretty nerve-wracking because I feel like it's going to be real painful or I'm going to feel it. So yeah, I guess we just waiting. I'm sitting here eating ice chips because that's all I can have. And Steven stepped out to run to the car for something. Well, we've been sleeping on and off since about maybe 8 o'clock. That's when they left. And I am getting like some good sleep, but I feel like I'm not even in labor anymore. Everything just really slowed down. I thought he would be here by now because about when it was during the epidural, I was having contractions back to back, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be time to push pretty soon and all this, but it just really slowed down. So yeah, I'm ready to get the show back on the road. I guess I'll continue to bring you along, not I guess, but I will continue to bring you along. Okay, so it is now much later. It is 4:42. The last time I checked in, it was probably about 12:40. And I was saying how I was 7 centimeters dilated and how pretty much my epidural had wore off and I was starting to feel everything. And I was saying how that I was worried that I might feel him coming out and be in horrible pain. And that's exactly what it turned out to be, because it was like the epidural completely wore out. It was like I didn't even get one I started to feel everything. And he came really quick. I went from 7, and then they checked again. I was at 9. So they were getting ready for me to deliver him. Um, and you know, like the pressure you feel when it's about time to push, I was feeling that it was really strong, but I was also getting this really sharp pain, like in my side or under my stomach or on the side or whatever. It was horrible. It was turning to cramps in my legs and everything. It was horrible. And I'm asking them, like, is there a way I can get more epidural medicine and stuff? And then the nurse did call for the doctor to bring more medicine. He just took forever. And the baby came really quick. So there was no time to even wait for the doctor or anything. I literally felt him sliding down, and I started panicking. I'm telling him, like, he's coming, I feel it, and all this. And it was just time to push. And I felt every second of it. It was horrible. The worst thing ever. And it's crazy because the contractions weren't even that bad or that close or anything. They were very much bearable. But pushing him out, it was the worst thing of my life. Like, traumatic. It was horrible. I was screaming to the top of my lungs. It was a mess. But the good thing is I was only pushing for about 5 minutes because he was coming. Like, I felt him. He was coming quick. So maybe about 3 or 4 pushes and he was out. But it was freaking horrible. Worst thing ever. To the point where once he came out, they put him on me. I didn't grab him right away because I was in shock of how bad that just felt. I was just sitting there like, that was horrible. That was the worst thing ever. I just kept repeating it. That was horrible. And then I realized, like, the baby's right here. Like, so then I grabbed him and stuff. But I was still saying it. I was like, that was unbelievable. That pain was, it was, it was horrible. I don't know any other word. It was the worst thing ever. So basically, I had him at 1:53 p.m. He's 8 pounds 3 ounces. Everything is looking great. He's sleeping now, and I just finished eating because I was starving. So they finally let me eat. And Steven ate as well. Oh, so that's pretty much over. Now it's the afterbirth and stuff. I did rip. I don't know exactly how many stitches I got. Probably 4 or 5. So yeah, and mind you, the epidural wore off, so I felt all that. I felt the stitches, I felt everything. I felt them pushing on me and doing the most, and I was so upset because I'm thinking, I just went through so much to get this kid out, and you still won't leave me alone. You still touching me, doing all this stuff. Just leave me alone. I was just so mad, but that's all over, and now we're just chilling right now. He's sleeping. I just finished eating, so we're chilling, we're still in the birthing suite. We're waiting to get upstairs to the mother baby unit. That's when I'm going to, if they let me, shower and clean up and stuff. And then they said if he passed all his tests, like the hearing tests and whatever else he gets, then we can leave tomorrow afternoon. So hope that all goes well because honestly, I'm ready to get out of here. We haven't been here long, but I'm still ready to get out of here. So yeah, I came to the hospital about 2 in the morning, had him close to 2 in the afternoon. So we were in labor for 12 hours, pushed for 5 minutes, and then he was out. And honestly, labor was not that bad. Like when we were downstairs in the triage, contractions probably were once every 5 minutes or so, and I just breathed through them, and then I was good, and we were chilling. Then we came up here, got the epidural right away. We went to sleep for hours. Yeah, but we got that epidural way too soon. I got it when I was probably 4 or 5 centimeters, so it wore off. I didn't have him until about 5 hours later. It wore off, and I couldn't get more medicine. So it didn't really get bad until like the last maybe hour or two of the 12 hours of the laboring. But the first 10 hours, it was a breeze. But yeah, that's all over. So just waiting to get upstairs. Okay, so the time is now like 6:58, almost 7. And we have been in our like mother-baby room where we're gonna be staying the next couple of days for maybe about an hour or a little longer. And we're just getting all settled in and stuff. They just brung up dinner. Yeah, baby is sleeping. I can't zoom in, but he's sleeping in there. We're still getting settled in. Nurses are still coming in, and yeah, here is dinner. So we got a hot dog, a cheeseburger, some tater tots, 2 orders of grapes, and a brownie, chocolate brownie. And that is our luxurious dinner.